Right there we have a frozen pig's foot, and we're going to give that to Ryuk. Alright, here we got Ryuk with his frozen pig's foot. You always want to make sure when you're feeding raw pork that you freeze it for a minimum of 3 weeks to kill any potential trichinosis. Beef and chicken only needs to be frozen 3 days, but pork needs to be frozen 3 weeks. Wild game should also be frozen 3 weeks before feeding it. Again, that's to kill any potential parasites in it. I don't feed my dogs pork that very often just because it ties up a lot of freezer space, you know, having to keep it frozen those 3 weeks, so it's kind of a delicacy to them. I always like to pet and handle my dogs when they're eating. It teaches them not to be food aggressive. Good boy. Raw bones are perfectly safe for dogs. It's cooked bones that are dangerous. That's because cooking the bone changes the consistency of it. It makes it hard, brittle, and indigestible, and that in turn makes it prone to both obstructions and perforations of the bowel. Raw bones won't do that, but you do want to make sure that your dogs are adequately chewing the bones up before swallowing, because chewing is the first stage of digestion. The other dogs are inside eating. I fed them their pig's feet in a crate. That we'd some reheat today. Now the pig's foot has been split the long way. They're frozen together right now, but as he chews it, I'm sure they'll come apart. You can kind of see the seam right there. This little pig didn't make it home before the big bad wolf got him. Here's my neighbor getting in their car. Yeah, see now the two halves came apart. bone is an essential part of the canine diet. It's one of the reasons why bone meal is added to dog foods. If you give your dog just raw meat without the bone, they'll get diarrhea because it messes with their calcium to phosphorus ratios. That's a very common mistake people new to raw feeding will make is, you know, they go, oh, I'd like to give my dogs the raw food, but I'm worried about the bones. And they give them a bunch of raw meat without the bones and their dog gets diarrhea and they think, oh, raw feeding makes my dog sick. Well, no, you took the bone out and that's what made your dog sick. It's stuck out his tooth. When feeding pieces of chicken, you always want to pick the chicken wings and leg quarters because they have a great ratio of meat to bone. You know, if you feed just chicken thighs or chicken breasts to the dog, again, the ratio of meat to bone there might make some dogs have loose stools. See, Ryuk's pretty lean and muscular once his winter coat is gone, so you can see what he looks like under that. He's solid, athletic, and lean. He's extremely athletic. He can jump like a cat. Curious what color his winter undercoat is going to be this year when it comes in. I expect to see a lot more cream colors in it like we saw last year. Some of the creams and blondes that he had. I always call him my little ginger wolf because he's got the ginger patch of hair on top of his head. See just how much exercise they get chewing through this too. And when they get this kind of exercise and oral stimulation, you know, during their meal times, they're less prone to chew on stuff you don't want them to chew on around the house. The jaw strength on a dog that's grown up eating raw food, especially the way I feed it, where they're chewing through bones and stuff like this, is so much stronger than a dog that's grown up eating kibble. Even if that dog has Kong toys and everything else, they're still not getting the stimulation a dog gets chewing through raw food like this. He's just beautiful to look at. I could watch him all day long. People often ask me about these orange grates you see that my dogs like to eat off of, where I got them. You know, I picked them up years ago from a boarding kennel that was going out of business and selling off some of their supplies. But if you do Google raised kennel flooring, some similar products to these will pop up. I know Ray Allen also sells something that's kind of similar to this on their dog site, the Ray Allen dog site. Or at least they used to. I say that because I get asked about these things all the time in these feeding videos. People wonder what they are. I think they're were used for dog beds in the kennel that I got them from. They're made out of cast iron covered in heavy rubber. My dogs like to lay on them and eat on them because it keeps them up off the ground, both in the summer and the winter. You know, when they're out here in the summer, it's cooler with them being able to lay on them, and in the winter, it keeps them up off the ground. Though my dogs' coats are so thick that they don't mind being outside in the winter. I think they like being outside in the winter better than the summer. And for those who ask, yes, they all live in the house. I have all kinds of videos showing them inside. See, he's starting to get a lot more white hair around his face, starting to phase. His dad is a cream-colored dog, so again, it will be really interesting to see what color he turns as he continues to mature. See those beautiful white teeth. Again, eating a raw diet keeps their teeth nice and tartar free, especially when you feed it the way I do. A lot of these pre-made raw diets that people buy where the food's already ground up aren't going to give you that teeth cleaning benefit. That barking you hear is Ulu in the garage telling me she's done eating. I have her, Kurgan, and Lobo in there in crates eating their raw food. And the other dogs are in the house in crates eating raw food. That's what I use the crates for. You know, if you feed raw food and the weather doesn't permit you to feed outside, or you know, you want to feed your dog separately, as I am right now, using crates for that is a great way to do it, because you can keep the dogs and the raw food contained, and it's easy to just spray a little disinfectant in there when they're done and just wipe them out. Just a little word of advice from somebody that's been doing this for about 25, 30 years. I do pack feedings with my dogs once or twice a week, and otherwise I feed them individually. Some people watching my videos get the impression that all I do is pack feedings, and no, that's only done a couple times a week, and it's done more as a bonding exercise for the pack. I prefer to feed most of their meals individually, just so I can regulate how much food each dog gets, and I can make sure everybody's getting the right amount, and you know, see what dogs are eating what. Well, that was Toki in the house there telling me he's done with his food. Knock it off. Ulu, knock it off. They can hear me sitting out here talking, so again, they're telling me they're done with their food. His eyes are so beautiful, aren't they? Got manners, he's got to keep it on the table. to say thank you. Tell me thanks for his food. Boy. Fat finger in the way there as I'm holding my phone. You can see he doesn't mind me being up close and around him while he's eating. We spent lots of time socializing him to make him not food aggressive. You can see even when I do touch him in the videos, he doesn't freak out and start guarding the food or anything like that. He's a very good boy. He's a good boy. See, he just keeps doing what he's doing. By touching him doesn't affect it. And that's what you want to see, you know. You want them to be totally relaxed when you're handling them around their food. And I can, oh boy, and I can pick up and handle the food also and take it from them, but it's raw pork. I don't have any gloves on it. I'm handling my phone. I don't want to touch that. It's all covered with this spit. But I do have other videos showing me taking food from the dogs, if that's something you want to see. It's Ukla saying he's done. I can hear Ryuk still out there chewing. He's saying, "Knock it off, Ukla." Says I can still hear Ryuk out there chewing. I want some. There's a neighbor's dog barking there. Hey everybody, want your food, Ryuk? See, he's getting to be a big boy. He's not going to be Kurgan size, but he's still a big boy. It's about 17 months or so right now. He'll continue to fill out until age 3. again, you always want to make sure when you're giving your dogs raw food that they're chewing it up adequately. Chewing is the first stage of digestion. You don't want your dog just gulping it down. And one of the ways you can train your dogs to not do that is to feed them large pieces fully frozen. Clean up any scraps that fell through the grate. He'll pick that thing up to get at him. See, he moved the grate so he can get all the pieces underneath there. He's extremely smart, and that grate is actually very heavy. It's made out of iron. It's iron coated with rubber, so he picks that thing up like it's nothing. 31 minutes into this, how many are still here? The true fans. He's working that bone like a jawbreaker. Just about done. That whole pig's foot. If you want to know where I got that at Cub Foods, if you're a local. The Cub Foods on Lake Street, Minnehaha sells those. that's it. That's the whole pickled, or not pickled, that's the whole pig's foot. Just gonna do a little cleanup. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell down below. You'll get email notifications when my new videos come out. Check out our merch store. Got lots of cool merch, sweatshirts, t-shirts. Got all kinds of new products on the channel you can check out. A couple of Ryuk themed products with images of him on them. Got some with Kurgan and Honey Badger also, and more products with the other dogs coming soon. Ryuk's playing cleanup there. Bye from myself. Bye from him. See ya. I designed some more new merch. This gear is my A Werewolf line. It says, "What do you call a wolf that knows it's a wolf? A werewolf. Show those around you that you're awake in an age of sheeple." It says a werewolf on the front. It's got my logo on the back. Comes in multiple colors. Also comes in multiple designs. Here we have an all-over print. I like how this one turned out. On one sleeve it says a werewolf. On the other sleeve it says Ulfadin. It's got my wolf skull, human skull logo on the front, channel logo on the back. Comes in some cool colors if you like bright colors. And also comes in black. Comes in women's shirts, men's shirts, v-necks, tank tops, etc. We also have the A Werewolf hats that say a werewolf on the front. It's got my channel logo on the back. Got it in the distressed dad hat with black. This hat here, it's got multiple colors. And got also. And we also have it in the distressed dad's hats in white printing. We've got a few other hats that weren't up in my last video. We've got the Life's Too Short to Be a Remph hat. Remph is an acronym for Rear Echelon MFer from the military. Basically it means life's too short to sit around. Get out and enjoy it with your dog. We also have my Too Old for Snapchat, Too Young for Life alert, which I think describes me well. It says that on the front. Got the channel logo on the back. Then we've got the Human Skull Wolf hat, the Brotherhood Fellowship hats, Veteran of the Psychic Wars. And then some of my other merch here. We've got the Kurgan merch. We've got Ryuk, all kinds of products with both. Coffee mugs, glasses, men's, women's products, stickers, all over print products. Got Honey Badger giving her famous side eye in multiple products. Again, every product comes in multiple colors. All of them are printed on the front and the back. Here we've got the Joker James Honey Badger painting, and also the Kurgan painting that he did. And here we've got the human wolf skull gear. This
This is another all-over print shirt I made with that, but instead it has the handprints on the sleeves instead of the writing. And so on. And then below that we've got all our older gear. The white hand and red hand gear, the Elder Futhark stuff, etc. Take a look. I'll put a link in the video description if you'd like to see more. All this new stuff won't show up in the merch tray, so you'll have to go to that link and go to the site and take a look at it. I'd like to thank all the people that have bought gear over the last couple of weeks, the new gear I've put up, and I hope you guys like some of the new stuff I just created. That's all. Best wishes, everyone.
Thanks for watching. Check out our merch store down below.